I've done this quite a few times with lots of access, lots of access, lights, thickness, small of the square range. So now the way that the eggs constantly, I know, I've gone up and gone down. But before inactive, sometimes I'm in charge, sometimes I sit and listen. I'm trying to think of what ways to make it sound like it's poetry and not like poetry. It's actually kind of difficult.
Okay. You are a poet.
Yes. Just
I am a customer.
You get to drive by probably in the time within the hours. I was working, and then I went home, I had a quick dinner, and then I came back to the town. We had morning, shortly, square, we had a few chats, we watched a little bit basketball, I was playing basketball, yeah. And I was also in exhibition there on right outside again. Not wet, the small bed inside there. They opened up I dislike most getting ready for a test was you don't progress around the game. I always have the opposite I didn't know you were summer as
Suddenly
Hello, everyone. Oh, is it on? Hello, hello. I don't think it's on. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Hello, 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 hello. Is this thing on? Oh no. No. All right, testing. No.
I need to get the prizes.
Oh yeah.
There's a medium and a small.
Okay.
You can have one and give one away as a prize.
All right.
Just grab the books for you.
I was saying to you, I'm not a slam boy. I'm going to be in the future and never got through because I don't think I'm a slammer. I think I'm a satter. Little cat in the show. I can get very political this way. It's alright. Everything's going to be alright. You get louder. I just do a nice poem and then drop the mic. Hopefully that will get me a few points. Want to sit down? Is anyone sitting around you?
Great stuff.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for coming to the 702nd Ovale, and delighted that you could all make it out and be here for a lovely night of poetry. And I hope you got out to the other events. Lots and stuff going on. So, has anyone not been to Ovale before? Any hands? You haven't been? Okay. All right. So we'll just take you through the journey that we're going to go on tonight. So first of all, we have our 5-word challenge. So you, the audience, will give me, the MC, 5 words, and you'll have maybe 15 or even 20 minutes to put a poem together. And the winner of the poem will get some poetry books here, a Culture Night t-shirt, and a free drink on courtesy of the Long Valley. So after that, we will have a break, and then we'll have our guest poets, who are Anna Doran, and our guest poet who is over in Dubai, Farah Chamma. Farah will go on first because it's quite late in Dubai, and then we'll have Anna. So then after that, we'll have an open mic. So if you have work of your own, more than welcome to share it. And no prizes in that, but you get adoration and applause and a respect. Okay, so we'll maybe dive into the 5-word challenge. So could I have a word, 5 words to start with? Shirt. Okay. Culture. Pint. Okay. So that's pint. Like what you can win. Cotton. Okay. Landslide. Okay. All right, so that is shirt, culture, pint, cotton, landslide, ou bien en français, chemise, culture, pint, coton, landslide. Yeah. So shirt, culture, pint, cotton, and landslide. All right, happy writing.
John? There should be some paper underneath the bottom of the pile there.
Under the shirt?
Leave it here. Here you go, John. Some paper.
If anyone's in need of paper and a pen, we have limited supplies. Or you can do it on your phones as well. All right. Yeah. I think I had enough time. All right. Just going to give you a 3-minute warning. I'd say no. Yeah. Okay, people. Welcome to the people who just joined. So hi. So we've been writing a poem with 5 words, which were shirt, culture, pint, cotton, and landslides. You're going to hear them an awful lot now because people in here have been preparing stuff on them. So has anyone got one ready that they're ready to share? Oh, and can you share your name with me if we haven't met before, so that I can? Oh yeah, actually, I must explain how you right. So you can win these poetry books, a pint, and a T-shirt, and the way that it's judged as well is by you, the audience. So whoever the most profound ums and ahs or laughs or it'll just be judged that way. So, all right, anyone ready to come up? No. Oh. Yeah, okay, we've got Antonio. You little fool of us.
Hi all. This poem is called The Mattress of Dreams. The t-shirt on the table was covering a pillow. The white pillow of fine cotton was covering the dreams, which erupted all of a sudden like a colorful landslide. The dreams have the power to create vertigos, close and intimate, like having a pint watching the sunset. Culture is dynamite, power of dreams, the pillow where all the vertigos can rest. Cheers. Thank you.
All right, anyone else? All right, John? Yeah.
Hiya. I've called this one More Fish to Fry. One way of parting urban rivers of culture to indicate tribal differences. The football shirt, culture, complete with sponsor, flag and customary beer stains. Picking apart the happy from the loud, from the only slightly inebriated, from the full-on hooligan culture. Then there's the screen-dependent eye rolling and scrolling out of sequence, the postmodern culture, locked in a string of data streams and up evaporation into clouds. You can separate the catastrophics, studying landslides in one country or other. Then there's the financier wannabes, considering is there enough of a profit culture in cotton futures or printing vintage t-shirts for the nostalgics. Another tribe in this cultural expression is trying to escape by means of music from the noise and the carnage of day-to-day living. 10,000 nodding heads, all to a different beat in a city centre. And then there is the many places plying their trade to get us to eat out. But where to go? Among the throng, you'll find the foodies looking for the Michelin stars. Then there are those who have fallen in love with one ethnic culture or one national dish to adopt as their own. And then to quietly swallow this down with their favourite pint. Sure, there's lots of culture and plenty more fish to fry.
Lovely stuff, John. Thank you. Yeah, we've got Phil Spillane, please. Woo.
This is probably really bad, but we'll go with it anyway. Not as good as the other two. Two cultured pints. One for me and the other for himself. Sláinte, cheers. I love you, man, I say, feeling the drunken love buzz. Like one of those, they're great. He loves me too. A banter, a toss, the gossip. And then shit. Whoops. My hands fly up and both pints topple. Mine landslides across the table. His spills down his cotton shirt. Way! Cheers the pub. Sorry, I say. I'll get two more. I love you, man, I say. I love you too. Just about, he grumbles. Thanks.
Very good. All right. Yeah, I see someone down the back. I'll give him a boola boss for coming on. What's your name?
Yeah, this is just about recent experience I had. I was flying to the Netherlands to visit my boyfriend, and even though I was wrecked, tired getting on the plane, once I was up there, I couldn't bring myself to fall asleep. Tell you why. It's called 35,000 feet over the English Channel. As coastlines under cotton sink, and sunrise paints the skylines pink, the landslide growls of turbulence my soaring vigilance evince. I wear no sleep, no shirt to clothe the naked skies that I betroth, and culture lay upon the ground, for only dreams can bring me down.
Sure, it's applause. Okay, anyone else? How about you guys over there? Oh yeah, go for it. What's your name? Edwina. All right.
This is called Mayfield. The pint in the cotton ball is something else. A frothy landslide of bubbly malt. A bam at the end of a tough week's work. Shirt off, dress on. Friday night and Cork culture ready to be unearthed. The bog cotton plucked out and sun-dried after its landslide drenching.
Edwina came in halfway through. Well, everyone is doing so fair play. Anyone else? There's loads of people writing. I know there's more poems in here. Oh, Sublu.
God, this was difficult. For some reason, it slipped and flipped around. So I'm going to try. Culture night. Cascading voices, the city alive with words, music. She weaves through the masses. Cotton sticks to wet skin. Sweat pours like a landslide. Heaving chest, still breathless after treading the pedals hard. There, the forgotten bag, safe and found. Now, quick, back to where she'd been, zigzagging on the bike. Where was that? Continuing, zigzagging on the bike. Finally, she arrives, panting, her shirt revealing her shapes beneath, the pint cooling her down. Cheers.
Okay, anyone else? Yeah, okay, well, Anna. Anna's going to be our guest poet as well.
This is actually a really, really good one. Not the poem, the challenge. Like, no, not a good poem. It's just I've never put myself under that pressure before. Like, so it's really interesting. I'm loving hearing everybody's. This has no title. He sipped his pint. It slipped like silk tenderly down his throat and then down his shirt. The finest poly cotton he could afford this side of the Atlantic. He slipped into her culture, sipped on her ancestry, drank it back like nectar, like he was born to be here with her and all her inherited neuroses, the finest, once forgotten folklore that was stored in this place and her mannerisms. He never saw it coming. When he descended those stairs down the crumbling halls, his walls collapsed, his heart relapsed, and its cage of ice melted when those brown eyes looked up from the bar. His defences, a messy, unstoppable landslide. He let the dam break. If it but a mistake, he would take it any day for just one sup of her.
That one was good. Amazing what can come out in 15 minutes sometimes. Okay. Anyone else feeling the bravery, courage? Oh, got some. Go on, go for it. Yeah.
There might be a common theme with one earlier, so anyway, it's brief. The cotton ball
full to the brim. In pints of stout, my head a swim. The shirt in my back so damp with sweat. I swore I'd find some culture yet. When from Upper Mayfield a landslide came. Goodbye to me culture, farewell to me BAME. Thank you.
Very good now. And no? Okay, no. Okay, no, I think maybe is there anyone else? Yeah, oh we got Alexandra.
Not one of my best works, but I tried. We Are All Just Shirts is the name of this poem. Welcome to Culture Night, where we celebrate the beauty of our unique differences. We come from faraway backgrounds, but fate led us to the land of harps, shamrocks, and pines. From east to west, we form our threads, like red strings connecting on a map, representing where we came from, our roots, our cultures. Strangely, we are like a shirt. They come in many different sizes and colours, as well as material, from silk to cotton, from blue to purple. But in the end, they will all just be a shirt, a human being. Now let's all come together to drink a pint in celebration of this culture night and pretend we are rolling down a cloud, a cotton-like landslide, and let's all shout, we are all just shirts.
I think there is more poems in the room, but people might be a bit shy, and 15 minutes is never going to be perfect. So if you got something together, I'd say just share it. No? Oh, I got someone. Yeah.
Okay. A landslide of slippers, the great god of the cog, endless abundance, culture of shrugs, cotton no bottom, till no reverse, printed pints blossom shirt on the hearse.
Super. Thank you. And okay. I think we might be moving into the adjudications now, so any more? No? Yay! Okay. What was your name?
Sorry, minimalist poem. My coat shirt, my culture pint, always landslide my days off.
There you go, well done. Okay. All right, so look, we're going to move into it now. So it's just all again, your reaction is what we're basing it off of, and just the applause at the end, and just involuntary reaction. So there was a few that had really strong applause, but I think there was a small extra spark with April. So big ball for the rest of April. And to claim your prize, April, we'll just need to hear your poem again. So if you'd like to come up and read it once more. All right.
Before I begin, I'd like to offer a quick apology. I arrived after the 5 words were delivered and mistakenly took down pint as pink. So you might note the absence of that word, but nonetheless, here's 35,000 feet over the English Channel again. As coastlines under cotton sink, and sunrise paints the skylines pink, the landslide grounds of turbulence my soaring vigilance evince. I wear no sleep, no shirt to clothe the naked skies that I betroth, and culture lay upon the ground, for only dreams can bring me down.
I'll leave you off with the pink. That's fine. So actually, we're going to just move into the second part of the night. We'll do the break after the first guest poet, because they're in Dubai. They're coming in live from Dubai. Oh, it's weird seeing the back of my head. The guest poet that's coming in from Dubai. So, a Palestinian performer and poet, Farah Chamma is known for her spoken word performances, where she combines orality, acting, and live music. She's participated in many different events and festivals around the world, including Palestine en Compagnie in France, Wild Moller in Germany, Bradford Literature Festival, Mexico, Jordan, Holland, Portugal, the UK. In February 2021, she and Brazilian producer Liev launched Chameleon, a poetry and electronic music duo. And besides her native Arabic, she also writes and performs in English and Francais. She holds a master's degree in performance and culture from Goldsmiths London and a BA in philosophy from the University of the Sorbonne. So big round of applause, big boulabus for Farah Chamma. Farah, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? And
We
see
can
me?
hear you. Just a little bit louder, maybe. Okay, I think we're good to
How's
go.
it? Yeah, sometimes my computer is not very loud.
That's good.
Yeah, this is perfect now. We can hear you really well. All right.
Beautiful.
Take it away.
Hi. Wow. This is my first time in Ireland. And I mean, we all, like, we Palestinians know that you guys love us. Like, we know this. Like, we know that Irish people love Palestine, but I'm here to tell you, I mean, ask you whether you know how much we love you. I'm going to give you a moment to take that in. We really, I think you make, going that direction much easier. That direction being Europe and the UK. I think Ireland made it all just smoother, to swallow. So thank you. We're really grateful that you were revolutionaries, and that you were beautiful. So yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, we're living crazy times, all of us. It's been strange. I mean, every time I go up to speak, I say that I feel numb, but I feel like it's getting more and more sci-fi. The genocide. I don't know if you've been following the news of Israel exploding the pagers in Lebanon. So, and the drones that speak, and the leaflets dropping from the sky with Quranic verses that are distorted by the Israeli army. So it's been really, really weird to follow. It's been a year of the genocide and 70 years of the occupation. Yet there's something important happening, and I feel that it is the unmasking of a lot of personas, the persona of Western democracy. There are a lot of things that are falling, a lot of truths that are showing, and a lot of, from my experience, a lot of colonized peoples realizing they're colonized and to what extent. Why my English is this good, why my bio contains UK and France, and why I feel good when this is said. And my Arabic is not strong, my academic Arabic, my mother tongue, is not as strong as my French and my English. And I think I'm seeing this awareness happen in so many people, where we're reclaiming our language, we're reclaiming our religion, our spirituality, and it's beautiful. And it's very, yeah, it is very sad to see that in order to do that, something this horrible has to be happening. But I think by reclaiming, then we can revolt, I think, properly. But that's where my hope lies, is in when we clean that mess, that shit of internal colonization, we then have a clearer vision to say, this is the enemy, and we've internalized it and we need to clean it. And it's been a journey, and it's a daily routine to keep the compass going. I want to share a very new work. I work with a Brazilian music producer, as Paul mentioned in the bio. And we're working with Shubak Festival in London, which is a beautiful festival that takes place every 2 years, on a manual against apartheid. And it's an archive, it's an online archive, and it's going to be shared with everybody in a couple of months. And this manual will contain poems. Yet these poems are poems written to guide us towards this this process of decolonization, of protecting ourselves, of raising awareness, of when we're in despair, things we do, because we are in despair and in grief. I think we're arriving to a place where it just feels like there's no way to dismantle these systems. They're too big. And I mean, I was gonna say we're too broke, but that's just me. But that's something else. Even if I'm in Dubai, don't let that thing. No, I'm broke. But just these systems and these rich people that keep getting richer, and they're the same ones that own all these platforms and all these weapon companies. It's just crazy, and you're like, how do we dismantle this shit? It's too much. So this is the spirit of the manual and of the pieces I'll be sharing with you now. There are 12 of them, and they're pretty short. And I've never read them out loud, so I'm very happy to be in Ireland to do that. Bismillah. So they're all in English, and then there's one that's going to be in Arabic. You can hear me all right, right?
Yeah.
All good? Perfect. Number 1. If you are a writer, think of writing poems in a city under siege. Think of others writing poems with their windows open. Israeli airstrikes destroying whole neighborhoods. If you are a writer, summon the spirit of Hiba Abu Nada, killed in her home in Khan Yunis on October 20, 2023. Nuruddin Hajjaj, killed in his home in Al Shuja'iyya on December 23, 2023. If you are a writer, stop for a minute and read the words of those who burned with more to say. Gather your strength and speak to Rifat al-Ar'ir in your every breath. Tell him we hear you. Tell him we are living to tell his story. Tell him we are making it white with a long tail. Two, to imagine a free Palestine, we need to free ourselves. To free Palestine, we need to understand all the mechanisms which keep oppressive systems in order. What holds you back? How you do one thing is how you do everything. Do every single thing with an intention of liberation. The occupier seeps into most things. The occupier wears many masks. And to resist, we have to start small, cellular, atomic, particular. Take a moment now. Think of your whole life's purpose. Remember Audre Lorde's questionnaire to oneself. There's a difference between being alive and constantly fearing for your livelihood. Poison is having more than you need. Poison is greed. Focus, organize, decolonize. And every one of those pieces, when they're released, will have many initiatives that, well, the pieces capture the spirit of these initiatives. Because since forever, people have been organizing. And the aim of this project with Chubak Festival is to create an archive of all the ways people have been organizing and resisting and so on. So every one of these texts will capture and will have with it all these links to initiatives and names and references. So this is the project. Number 3. Educate them young. Remind them that English is a second language. Tell them stories, our stories. Remind yourself that when you gave birth to them, you decided to continue something. Tell them about land. Explain trees. Explain that memory is a weapon and oblivion a form of defeat. The colonizer wants us to forget. The colonizer wants our children to look less and less like us. The colonizer kills our children. Teach them to say Palestine. Teach them to say أنا بدي أصير, أنا بدي أطير. Teach them about resistance. Start with an electric circuit. Okay, I'm gonna choose some as I feel on whim. Number 5. No thanks. I'm not buying this. We have been sold too many things, especially lies. The West only lives when others die, so no thanks. I'm not supporting the Coca-Cola company, Nestle, Danone, Procter & Gamble, L'Oreal. When I walk into a store, I will scan every item. I will look for alternatives. I will support local, ethical brands. There are many apps and initiatives to guide my boycott. I will remind myself, my small acts of resistance are kindness. My small acts of resistance carry my heart towards abundance. I am not a mere consumer of your brands. I am alive and have eyes and hands which expand way beyond your multi-billion-dollar companies. I have eyes and hands brave enough to say no. As much as I like this shampoo, as irresistible as your offer is, I will resist. Sit. They claim our hummus and falafel. They ban the harvest of za'atar and akub. They lack flavor. They steal our land, kill our farmers and trees. They have no taste, take more life than they give. Oh, this one needs editing. They have no taste, take more life than they give. Let's begin by documenting the dishes closest to our hearts. عكوب باللبن, خبيزة, حالات. Let's keep the legacy of our parents, our grandparents, thriving. Let's support Palestinian food providers, farmers, chefs. Remember, the occupier is an outsider. The occupier cannot steal the soul of our food. The occupier will never succeed. We are the heirloom seed. Let's remember. Let's kick the occupier out of our food. Number. Oh, this one was a very good, it was a slap in the face for me. So I think when we're in despair, we start to turn against ourselves or turn against people around us. And an ex-lover of mine, I mean, one, it's an ex-lover, so it's very easy to be resentful of an ex-lover. But an ex-lover of mine is in a very corporate job with a company that's quite complicit in the genocide, and not directly, but you know what I mean. And during the genocide, my ex-lover, who really loves Adele, chose to fly to Munich to watch Adele. And I got so bitter. And my mind kept saying, you know, Adele in the middle of a genocide in Germany, horrible. They don't care about Palestine. They don't care about what's going on. I'm so glad we broke up, you know? My mind was playing games. And I caught myself. I caught myself, you know, saying that my lover is horrible, my ex-lover is a horrible person because they don't care about Palestine. And of course, that really helps in liberating Palestine, this thought process, as you can tell. Really nice to be sitting in resentment, resenting an ex-lover. It's a really, really strong resistance. It works. If all of us do this together, be resentful of our ex-lovers, Palestine will be freed. So I wrote this to kind of confront myself, and I saw this behavior in many, many people around. Look at the story they posted. They've been posting about their vacation, not about Palestine. You know, this behavior is everywhere, but I caught myself and I'm like, oh shit, here you go. So let's face them demons. Tell the truth. How resentful are you at so many people, your people, for being sellouts, friends and family? How much of your day do you spend hating on them in your mind and actions? Colleagues and acquaintances, those working corporate jobs which benefit the occupation in one way or another, those who still insist on buying brands on boycott lists, those who haven't tuned in or spoken up enough, those whose life choices you regard as being complacent with genocide. Drop your activist ego. You are probably projecting and mad at yourself more than anybody else. This is probably your despair in disguise, your sense of uselessness. Is this your fight? By resenting yourself or people around you, are you contributing to the liberation of Palestine? Bring people together, your people. Unite against the occupation. Get your act together. Find practical solutions to stop the killing machine. Work on your resentment. Channel it somewhere useful. Consider therapy. This one has all the mental health initiatives, the mental health initiatives that are specifically talking about what's going on in the world sociopolitically. Not the mental health initiatives that tell you focus on yourself, and that don't talk about the world at all. So there are many, many beautiful initiatives. So this one was like, okay, so this one will have all these initiatives, will point at them. Okay, I don't know how, I thought I'd time myself, but just Paul, let me know if I have more time.
Yeah, you're doing good
How
for
are we?
time. You're okay for
Yeah?
time. Yeah.
Great. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so this one is in Arabic, and intentionally it's about all the initiatives that could be in English but choose to be in Arabic. Because I mean, everything in English somehow gets more places, but also when we start writing content specifically in English because we want to reach certain places, to go to Europe or to be in the States, we keep speaking to the West. And because it's the language that made it everywhere somehow, we fall into this. But there are initiatives that are like, no, we're gonna try to focus and reclaim. And so this text is in Arabic because of that and talks about that, right? It talks specifically about language and who we address when we write our work in English or when we create our companies in English. And this is, I think, a huge struggle everywhere. Even kids, like I was in Jordan, my mom's family is in Jordan, and Jordan is becoming more and more Americanized and Westernized, like the Emirates, like many, many Arabic speaking countries where English is cool and Arabic isn't. And America is cool and everywhere else, there's this self-loathing thing going. And in Jordan, the kids, like I worked with some schools, I'm like, holy shit, the kids don't speak Arabic. It's weird. Like they hate it. Most of them are like, ugh, Arabic. And it's disastrous. It's getting worse. I mean, it was bad enough when I was in school, but I'm seeing that it's even getting to cities that are, I mean, we expected them to be less colonized culturally. So this is I'm just going to read it in Arabic. I'm not going to translate, but I kind of translated it in spirit. بكفي نخاطب غربي ومستغرب، بكفي نترجم اللي يدوب بيتقال، عم بيقتلونا بالجملة، اللي بده يقاوم مش مضطر يبرر ولا يعطي أسباب، ولا يخلق لجنة من المستعمرين في راسه يقيموا أفعاله وأقواله. وكلنا فاهمين إنه كتير منا في لندن ونيويورك وبرلين، ودولنا عملاء وموظفين في إيد الأمريكان والمتصهينين، فمش مضطرين نخاطب غرباء ومستغربين، ولا مضطرين نتجاهل إننا انفصمنا باسم التحضر والتقدم والحداثة. نسينا نحن مين، وواجبنا نسترجع قبل الأرض لغة وثقافة ومفاتيح العلم والدين، ومش نستهلك كل اللي بينباع وكل اللي بيتقال على المنصات. واجبنا الإنصات واستعادة البوصة. Okay, I'm going to end with, so I will stop with the manual. I think I read like 8 or 6 of them, I'm not sure. But, and one of them really needs editing, the food one. Thank you. I noticed this now. The piece I will read now is a piece that's very dear to my heart that I've been reading publicly and in protests and on stages for months and months and months. And it's about us. It's about us keeping ourselves strong and fighting as much as we can. And I think, you know, there's a certain liberty in knowing that, I mean, I think it's problematic to call it liberty, but we can be killed like this. And this is, it kind of makes me personally more brave. If my brothers and sisters are killed in the thousands like that, just makes this whole individual, I'm so important, just less, you know, this idea of the individual, this individual on, you know, on Prozac, individual on, I just feel like there's a liberation in that, because it feels like it's easier to imagine collective movement. It's easier to imagine dying for a cause in my case. This is what I'm trying to say. Because human life is really worthless to these governments that we've praised and we thought are the most civilized and the most, woo, you know? I studied in London. Like that's how it feels now. Like the UK is selling arms and Germany is selling arms, and it's just like, it's just falling. Yeah, we all need therapy, really. It's intense. I haven't spoken to anyone in a while, so guys, I'm so happy I'm with you. You're a very warm crowd. I mean, I can't imagine actually being in Ireland. I know it's something I really, in the Republic of Ireland, like I really want to be there soon. Yeah. This is to all the things that we know how to make so well, and to all the springs that bloom within us. Watch us renew 1,000 Aprils in us every day. This is politics at the end of the day. It always is. Yet this is way more than I ever thought. The surface only reveals the bad joke, and those who partake in making any war profitable no longer have a place in our hearts. Those looking for fame or a name to leech on, those playing victim or innocent or superstar, those fueling the feud only to watch it from their terraces with champagne and say, "Oh, we know this well." We say, "Bless you, but go to hell." We no longer have a place for bullshit. This is not about the gods we hold onto to find solace in the story. This is about living well, living so well that the story itself is solace, that the gods themselves appear as love or laughter or joy or anger. This is about living well, about electricity, food, and water, about eating kusa mahshi in my grandmother's house in Nablus without having to cross an Israeli checkpoint, about singing Jannah Jannah in Homs without the ghosts of a stale regime. We do not want to make money. We want to make life. We want to grow like grass out of the cement that we call business or culture or tech. or whatever the fuck we call it. We are exhausted, yet never exhausted enough, because we know that there were people cleaning the streets of Beirut after the explosion, gathering remnants of their homes with dreams to build new ones. So we are part of a movement. As scared and as anxious as we are, we will join forces with the bees and the trees against the gold miners. And we will not break, as much anger and love and anxiety as it takes. We will not break, as much anger or love or anxiety as it takes. The Berlin Wall fell, and so will the state of Israel, because we fucking love to live.
YouTube. Oh, the mic's off.
Habibi, shukran.
Shukran, shukran. That was so fabulous. Really powerful work, and thank you so much for sharing with us. We love you over here in Ireland as well, and you'll definitely have to come over sometime, and we'll have a good time. So, just on to the next part, guys, and another round of applause. Go on, sure. Go on. So we're going to have a small break in just a second, but I have an open mic list right here. So I'm going to leave a pen here, and if you want to sign up, that'll be at the end of the night after our second poet, Anna D. And a small thing as well, there's a QR code as well just there. You can like scan it and give feedback. We believe it's for culture night in general, so if you have a minute while you're having a smoke, just why don't you do it? Okay, so enjoy your break. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do all the announcements. Let's do them whenever. Yeah. 20 minutes. I'd say she should go on longer. I didn't even look at the time. Yeah, I wasn't really even looking at the time. But
If you go a little longer, that's fine.
yeah.
If you go a little longer, that's fine.
Blank Street, baby. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you end up going to Shanakey last year?
I did in Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
Stop! I'm doing the one in Kinsale tomorrow. Yeah, I did one in Cork as well last month, so it was good. And Gabby's lovely. So
my cousin lives in Amsterdam. I went over for the whole month, a great time.
Nice.
But like the first night I was there, it happened to be on.
Yeah. Yeah, Gabe was saying you're a fantastic coach.
Actually, I haven't heard his work yet.
He talks very well.
I have in Maureen's spa in Stinside. I've been guest with her.
I was meant to talk the one before, but I had to do.
Right.
Right?
Our department is a very.
That's what we want to feel like. You see everyone else be like that. You might take a first thing. You understand it from me.
Oh, how's that dynamic going?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's and this is my first thing like happening. That would be so weird. I don't respect. I'm not going to do
Now I've started it from like he was right opposite me. I'm actually on 10 I know, I'm sort of like, I'm writing right now. Actually, it's very secret. You can understand what he's saying, and he speaks very well, and he kept all the secrets, like the French guy was talking to, and laughing at it, and he said to the guy he was talking to, I don't talk to perfect French, like, how do you know? And then Jim was like, actually, I know what you're saying the whole time, but just never wanted to tell me. I got this plot on this sort of sketchy. I gotta say this.
We actually met in French class, so that's how we got up. Yeah, so he had an advantage as well.
I had just the English, but just the in. I would never actually roll it. That's just why I don't know if
I've been working so hard.
And you took on the
I learned it on
she's a mean girl. Some people never really know it. It's kind of scary.
I don't have for example getting David.
Best. You know. I'm still.
I don't smoke anymore, sorry. Give me whatever.
I didn't know that. No, it's about to kick off again in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I loved your phone. Yeah, serious. Get some real crackers out of it. And they actually publish things. Like we do a kind of it's like a collection of them over the year. This one is like one week and stuff like that. Maybe if you go to if you organise things or party things in Dublin, yeah, like I started coming to O'Vale maybe 2011. But I lived in Dublin for years and so like maybe about 10 years. Yeah. Still going strong. It'd be like the Mason order. The Freemasons, 250 years. Gonna have to like have a succession plan. Well,
I was nearly going to drop one and I got my colleagues like outside after the year and now I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Trust the process. It's hard to write about Palestine, I think.
It is. I was asked by one linking the Palestinian and Irish struggle for a Kids Comedy Festival. So it was like
Purpose and make yourself do Okay, people, if you'd like to take your seats, we're going to kick off for the next part of the night. You can indeed.
How many poems were allowed?
One poem. Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, I know, and it doesn't bode well. Okay, people. So we're going to kick off for the next part of the night. I'm going to get through the announcements that I completely skipped over when I should have done it at the beginning. So just to be aware that the event is recorded, and you'll be able to revisit this on MP3 podcast and video on O'Vale's website. So O'Vale aims to maintain a safe space for writers and all attendees. We subscribe to the Art Council's Equality, Human Rights and Diversity policy, and we ask participants to report any offensive behaviour to O'Vale. So what runs every year annually is the 5 Words International Poetry Competition. It's a bit different to the event, the part at the start of the night. There's a ongoing weekly 5 words published on the O'Vale website. People have 1 week to use it to put a poem together and submit it. €5 fee, I believe. The judge for this year is Lauren O'Donovan. So the 12 words, you get a sneak peek preview before they get published, are surface, guise, defy, dimple, and glide. So that's for the 17th to the 24th. They're actually already on the website, so you can look them up there. So just another side announcement. So on Wednesday, the 9th of October, 3 p.m, poet Jenny Mitchell will read for Black History Month at the City Library in Grand Parade. Our feature guests for next month's event on the 14th of October, Monday, are Maura Nivrian, who will be here in person, and Kira Niye, who will be here via Zoom. All welcome to attend in person or online. And if you'd like to participate via Zoom, please email info@ovale.ie. Thank you kindly to everyone who's offered donations online. There is also a donation jar right there under the horse's head, which will be passed around the room momentarily. All donations greatly welcome. So you can also do it on PayPal online through the Ovale website under the live poetry stage, ovale.ie/blog/contact us. Okay, so that's all the housekeeping out of the way. So we can move on now to our second guest poet, who's sitting beside me, Anna D. So Anna D is a spoken word poet from North Dublin. She has performed at festivals including Dublin Fringe, Electric Picnic, Ballydehob Jazz Festival, and sold out shows at the Workmen's Club, the Soundhouse, Access Theatre. Throughout her short poetry career, she has won multiple slams and poetry competitions and is the current reigning All-Ireland Poetry Slam champion. Anna has an interest in the interplay between emotions and patterns of behaviour, family, collective trauma, and the impact of oppressive systems on how we relate to each other in the world. A mother, teacher, drama therapist with passion for inclusion, her poems are raw, honest, and relatable portrayals of her experience in the human condition in all of its grime and glory. We have a huge boulabos, please, for Anna D.
Been through some stuff this year that I'll take to the grave, and it's shown me that I'm brave but not unbreakable, that my faith is not unshakable. I thought for a bit that I would never smile again while I expelled some emotional bile again, but I let it run its course, like the river, removed my shoes and socks and felt a shiver of release as I dug my feet into the silt and washed away my shame and guilt downstream. You see, we are the ending of the dream of our ancestors. So we must stand up when we get knocked down. We must swim harder. We cannot drown, because we are the change makers, risk takers, cycle breakers. We are Queen Maeve's fucking army, each on her own heroine's journey. We do our soul work in the dark. We sing our sorrows with the lark at dawn. We are the castles, not the pawns. We are the path to restoration through our acts of creation. We were built to create. It's in our biology. And when we steep ourselves in our mythology, root ourselves in the land, take each other by the hand, when we each nurture our inner child and help each other to rewild, you see, when that happens, there is no fucking stopping us. Because we are the harbingers of better days a coming. You are, we are, I am woman. Thank you. I'm Anna D. The poem was Ode to the Strength of Women, and yeah, I'm going to tell you a few stories of mine and all the kind of ups and downs that I've been through over the last while, and that's the reason that I started writing, I suppose, was to try and process all my messy emotions and make sense, I suppose, of the things I was going through and all the like kind of changes that were happening in my life. So that's why I started writing and I started sharing, because people related to it, and then there was kind of this mutual catharsis happening. So that's what I hope to that's what I hope to bring here tonight. And this first poem was called Matrescence, and that was kind of the start of my journey. Matrescence is a word for the process of physical, emotional, mental, hormonal, even social change that a woman goes through after becoming a mother. And it's about how I got really lost in that process. Matrescence. The first one ripped right through me, tore through my identity, made a wound in me. Giant gash going top to soul, I bled out slow, bleeding out all that made me up at who I was. Dancing, singing, tunes and sessions, positivity and passions, connection to a higher power, and all of those colours just sucked out of me. Left but a puddle, muddy, murky, milky, spilling through the day, every shade of white turned grey, just blending into the matted spot on the rug beneath my feet. As I sat, cradling her and a cup of stale tea, staring at TV, vulnerable as she, but no one's cradling me. I turned, stone cold. I couldn't ask for help, couldn't be that bold. No desire to sing now, no stories told, no songs or visions did unfold, no opening or connecting to anything but this perfect thing that I had to be perfect for, no less. Oh, shh, no more. And then perfection, the ruination of me, running ruined on zero sleep, longing for warmth but wouldn't let him touch me, so cut off, yet so in need. And he so isolated too, in need disease, catching so few, getting no empathy from you. What else could happen? Attack to defend, a new game that won't end, Call of Duty, emotional warfare, parental despair. I thought we did prepare. I don't remember any of this in the fucking antenatals, do you? Oh, yeah, right you do. Oh! I'm glad I hit a wall instead of him, but now the swelling and the broken skin, it shows the world I'm struggling. Just for them to respond, but it's all worth it though. Yeah, I know. Sweet mandated joy for sweet girl or boy, none of that bitter, raw and realness, please. You're making us feel uneasy, birth story making us queasy. Save that for your partner, yeah? Hard to know where to start there. It's a journey, you know? So don't be afraid if it's super slow for all your shit to go back into place. You are not a failure. Your love is not a disgrace. You're just becoming parents. And society didn't set you up well for it, left adrift, emotionally unsupported, financial debt store. It can be suffocating. Insta pressure sticks there, then there's work and childcare and unsolicited comments that make you feel shit just because you're not doing it how they did it. But look, you live and you learn, though you're broken to bits. And those cuddles and loves drag you back from the pits. You've a fuck ton of worries, a shit ton of to-dos, all the while trying to claw back those pieces of you. But that wound, it's gonna heal, mama. Because your strength is unreal, mama. So set clear boundaries, rest, don't sell yourself short. If you're not yourself, go and get some support. You will never be the same again, not truly. But you will piece back together like a work of kintsugi. Until one day, not so grey, as you notice the colour has gradually seeped back in. Thank you. Cheers. So that's a little story about parenthood, not to scare any of you that haven't had babies yet, but that's a little test teaser as to what to expect. Yeah, I found it hard. Do you know, actually, I read a study recently, and like 1 in 3 women suffer with postnatal depression, and it's really stigmatized to talk about not feeling good. You're supposed to, and you are in so much joy, you know, but there can be space for that emotion and other emotions too. And I think we really have to look after young mothers these days. But I went straight from that into having another baby and then COVID, and it all got a bit much. And so this next poem is about addiction. I'm what am I, a year and 10 months sober today, so thank you. This is called For Joy. There's something vicious inside of me. Black tar viscous at the core of me. It's so massive and powerful. It's fucking terrifying. I didn't even earn this trauma. No crash, rape, fall, no blood on the wall. Just little T's and a big disease. Incurable. But I'm durable. I've a strength next to none and I'll get this shit done. 36-year-old mum staring out the window of my little box room in rehab at the magpies flying over the trees. And here, I'm free to just allow all this pain and not over-explain or make excuses to push through this. The saint that I am, sticking to my 5-year plan, busy, getting dizzy, but the faster I ran, the sorrier my state. But kept spinning those plates till one breaks. And like a house of cards, they fall down hard and all the sharpest shards shower shrapnel scars through me. And all I tried to hold together floats away as flight of feather. It's all out the window now, with the birds. And all I'm left with is the wordless whisper of the wind that shakes the branches and lifts my wings. Nowhere to hide, dear. Deep breath and glide. Here, I'm free. It's fucking liberating. But I know all that's out there waiting, all the thick juicy lines of baiting, all the ways we compensate for reality, all the ways we distract from distress, all the things that result in this mess. And yes, I've got this gaping black hole, but I've got so much love in my soul. It's a cliche, but it's true. It's just bound and restricted, so it winds up addicted to things that it shouldn't do. And I bet the same happens to you. Not just drink and drugs or sex and love, but behaviours you're enslaved to. Are you staring in the mirror, speaking badly to yourself? Are you skimming through your news feed, comparing yourself to everybody else? Are you fretting about something you want instead of living in the moment? Or fixating on something you don't really need? TikTok made you think you want it. Are you worried about your weight because you think that skinny is all that's pretty? And you're thinking, she's better than me. But there's nobody greater or lesser than you. You're struggling to find your way, and I don't blame you. Soul screaming to be set free, desperately trying to just fucking be. It's so hard to find a home for your fire when this whole poxy system is dire. You're getting so weary and tired, turning cynical and jaded, sick of the shit that you've waded through. Because we're people too long on our knees, so we reach for some comfort and ease. Until the day that you feel the cold breeze of the hurt you'd been constantly shirking, because the things that you reached for stopped working. So now your only choice left is to face that thick darkness. There's no turning back, because once you get started, the only way forward is through. So you sit and you take in the view, and you count all the magpies. 1, 2. Thank you. So I faced the darkness and I made it out the other side, slightly unscathed. I'd recommend it to anybody. I really would. And in doing so, I found my voice and I found myself and the person that was hiding behind all of those kind of like neuroses and bad coping mechanisms, I guess. And yeah, part of my healing journey has been learning to reconnect with my creative feminine, you know, and I did that a lot through poetry, really, I guess, was my way. But this next poem is about all the elements of femininity, all the parts of womanhood that have been suppressed under patriarchy. So like our softness and empathy and our intuition, our sexuality, even our menstruation, like, you know. And but really what I'm talking about here is wild feminine rage. And it's, I'm not talking about aggression or anything like that. It's just, anger is sometimes the most justified and the most necessary response to a situation. And I think it's actually important that we integrate that at the moment and use the energy from that and harness the power from it to try and, you know, right injustices in the world, and yeah, balance our yin with our yang out there to try and sort shit out. So this poem is called Kyloch, which is the Irish for witch, although we know she is so much more than that. I am golden gilded, I am ironclad, I am the goddess incarnate, but I am chained. I hear the shackles clink, clink, clink. We slink along as chain gang through our cities. Murderous rage against oppression so far buried they strive to conceal it. Scorned are we who reveal it, but it is bubbling, 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 ever more violently through our core. Vehemently we slam door after door after door shut on it, but it is seeping through the ceiling from the attic. It is blood dripping rusty red from the locked basement keyhole, thresholds throbbing like the telltale heart throb, throb, throwing every broken part across the streets. Street lamps shaking like earthquaking, like a mother's heart breaking, like a father's shame-filled cry. He can't look you in the eye. But every passer-by now has that stare, because they know it is there, creeping up from within. It is deep and it's grim, it is ancestral, and it is coming, coming. Breathe. Let it in. It is the new dawn, and when it rises from woman, they cannot tolerate it. But your rage is sacred. Don't you dare be afraid. Let your fury cascade through every room in your house. Douse the kip in petrol, biblical fire. Let it burn through the mire. I rise above fear and shame, phoenix from flame. I've reclaimed my divinity, restored all God has given me, my passion, my desire, my sexuality center stage, my fucking outrage. All my debts have been paid, all my karma outlaid. Let me out of this cage. I claim not to be sage, but I have wisdom in me, though there is no I, only we, and yet we are suffering from our separateness, choking on the desperateness. The powers dominating us squeeze every gasping breath from us, and they'll label my criticism anger, and they'll label my protest anger, and they'll label my truth, my shining a light on injustice anger, and they'll weaponize it against me, though their wrath be equaled only by their greed. They stand by as we bleed, and trust me, they will kill every one of their daughters, like all their forefathers, as they force silent oaths, pouring gold down our throats or embracing us with their Midas touch. So don't tell me I'm too much, just because I'll stay stagnant, statuesque and silent no longer. I've woken the beast and she grows and gets stronger. I'll let her take flight and scorch all below, for we who are searching for a land of freedom know that rage fuels resistance, and resistance is our only hope. Thank you. Yeah, I was really inspired listening to Farah earlier on. It was really beautiful to hear her words, and I think she kind of touched on it, you know, that there is really a need for a decolonizing of the mind, and it is happening amongst a lot of people at the moment, you know, that the veil has kind of been lifted and people are becoming a lot more aware about colonialism and oppression and our need to resist, I suppose, to try and make a better world. So yeah, kind of leading on from that, I do have a piece about Palestine. You'll find it on my Instagram page if you want to have a look at that. But I think I wouldn't, Farah has, I couldn't say it better obviously than the Palestinian woman. So what I do want to do though is have a rant about capitalism because it's all linked, like it is all linked. And although, as I said, a lot of people are kind of being moved at the moment to try and stand up against, I suppose, injustice, and that still the systems and the structures that enable genocide and that have so many people oppressed, they're hard to demolish. And a lot of people are in fear at the moment, and a lot of people have fallen prey to right-wing hate propaganda over the last few years, and even more people kind of slip into apathy. And I think what we really need now is more unity and more spiritual solidarity. And I think that has to start in here, within ourselves. And it starts in here, in a room like this, where people come to listen to other people's perspectives, And I think, but yeah, ultimately, I feel like we have to really learn how to love ourselves first and foremost and have compassion towards ourselves. And then we can spread that out into the community and out into the wider world. And that's my thoughts on making the world a better place. But what would I know? Fuck all. That's the title of the poem. The poem is called Fuck All. Yeah, I'll leave you with this one. So, I'm in the queue for the bank. My heart just fucking sank because I copped. That's the last cent of my savings. Nothing left. Though I know I was right to take that time off work last year to heal my head, but now there's not a heel of bread left in the gaff. Nothing left. But I won't buckle neath the heft to the weight of empty pocket, empty plate. Now I'll stand tall, because actually I have it all, because I'm well. But the economic hell we're wading through is shipping the best of us overseas again, and I wish them well, but soon there'll be nothing left. Because our culture leaves with them while the vultures still grip and feed off our spaces. Fuck all places left to nourish us, and we're hungry, starved of all that makes us human: dignity, our own volition, love and connection. Every second poem I write says fuck the fucking system. Causes a few eye rolls, no doubt. But that's not going to stop me shouting about it. Now I'll roar it till my lungs are soaring. Yes, I'm outspoken and more than slightly broken, but half the people I know are a fucking mess. Trying their best, but they can't get a leg up. Boots with no straps, caught in the traps of the system. Rat race, tax paid, and their sanity. So allow me scream in vanity in protest of this system and neo-Nazi neoliberalism. And I'll roar like fucking thunder, because do you really know what we're living under? How the policies actually impact your life personally and your mind, relationships and emotions through their sick devotion to the pursuit of material interests. Let this digest. We are losing our humanity. Because see, the wealth just pools in corners like sepsis in the bowels of the city, and all that trickles down is the shitty feeling that we just need to work harder, do more, until we're empty, soulless, sore, just walking dead algorithms, disconnected from our feelings and our fellow humans, and nothing to show for it. Boom or bust, you think it's just an ideology in the ether that it's neither good nor bad, but if you had a bit of time out of your stressed out day to think about the indoctrination of this cult, the inequality that results, well, you'd probably get why I'm so constantly upset about this shit. If you're in any way on the margins, you do. If you're gay or trans too, disabled, mentally unstable, black or poor, or when you get kicked out the door, you're rental, or your kids need some dental, or if you're fucking mental enough to be an artist, good luck making a book. You'd want to pluck up a lot of courage to follow that path. Though art's essential to the survival of our species. I could write a new Ulysses, but forget about getting a few bob, get a real job, yeah? And so you do. You work to earn. Compute, compete, complicit, blink and you'll miss it. Years pass and you still can't buy a gaff. And you can't muster a laugh. Because it's no joke. Still fucking broke. Somehow you've still nothing left. And so you move back home with ma and dad, or you fuck off to Canada. The heartbreak of those that leave and those left behind, and still we cannot find a way to do things better. And all I can do is write about it, talk about it. But I can't influence change, not on my own. Still I write this stupid poem in the hope that I could. The futility of it nearly would send you spare, and believe me, I've been there, and I wasn't alone. So many broken people. I don't know why we're all so broken, why we're killing ourselves, poisoning our bodies and our minds, why we cannot just be kind to each other, why we resent and judge and shame, why we all play their fucking game and blame the lads on the dole queue, asylum seekers or drag queens, why we're afraid of being seen as different or going against the grain. We diagnose our different brains and medicate them so we can sit still and behave and fit with the other slaves. I'm fucking sick of it. That's why a heaving sweaty rave is probably the most healing thing you'll experience in this poxy kip. All that stuff just gets left at the door. Just dance and hug each other more. So I'm telling you, I'll roar it till my lungs are sore. We are losing touch with each other, with the land, and that Asher, it'll all be grand. Mentality is perpetuating this shit. Wake up, stand up, rise up against hate in all its forms. Everywhere you see it swarm, disperse it, dissent. Your little voice is heaven sent, so use it, or they'll abuse it for sure. Please just roar it till your lungs are sore. We won't conform. No ifs, ands, or buts, though they'll tell you that you're nuts, but it's this system is crazy making. It's what breaks spirits. And when you shout that loud, many don't want to hear it. So I don't blame you if you feel you have no choice to tone it down, your feelings and your voice, till there's nothing left. Out of your depth, who are you to speak up? But if you're one of the lucky ones that gets deeply affected, then share your perspective. Some feel more than their share of pain that's collective. So our directive from above is tap into that love and agony and feel it all. Feel it a little or a lot, but please do not keep neglecting that it's there, because I swear it's going to fuel the rage you need to combat greed and tyranny. It's going to be the thing that drives you towards your greater good, all that you could be, if you just let yourself detach from this steaming pile of crap they've sold you as the best the world can be. Don't believe it. Love yourself radically. Seek spirituality. It's within. Find your light, hold it so tight, and please fight when they come to steal it in the night. Don't be complicit in the theft. It's that light. That's all we have left. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, wow. Such powerful words, so fantastic, and all from memory, and you just really held your presence up here. What a privilege and an honor. So good. Yeah, another. Okay, people, so just before I say this, because you'll all start running out the door, but we'll have a break for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. There's an open mic list here if you haven't got your names on it. It's up here. So we'll regroup for the open mic just after a quick break. All right? Okay.
Oh my God.
In so many ways, like it hit me in so many levels.
Thanks,
Oh, so amazing.
Thanks,
Every time I come to a poetry reading, it's past synchronicity. It's like whatever anyone is speaking about seems to completely merge with like previous events up till now. I can't wait to present my piece. I can't wait.
I'm to Equina. Oh, yeah, I was absolutely, like, I felt like I was watching a Jimi Hendrix song. Do you know, like, it just goes in so many loops and...
Okay, you don't have to put me up there. You can put me in further down.
Is that one on Instagram or somewhere?
No.
Okay, that's so fabulous. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Not like someone does a hug across that line, shake, everything's no, jokes aside, next time. Good night. Nana, of course, great. Even from school, familiar. Antonio, got to change it. So it's on to you, man. I think think myself and a lot of people are pouring nature, and I'm trying to find the space in mind to give someone else's. I don't want that anymore. I'm going to say I hate it, but I want to get rid of it because a lot of people so as she said that, I can work on myself. And that's what the idea is, work on myself. And not really all the criticism of this is the story that I think too much. I watch a lot of Yeah, exactly. That's a nature comment saying that, and then I infected by this hatred, and I hate to come to my hatred. Beyond that, or higher than around. I can control you. I missed that last year. Yeah, I did.
I see how it is. It's golden potatoes.
I'm sure I'm charging you now. Oh, because it's her pay.
Disgraceful behavior. Disgraceful behavior. I just never have some potatoes there to
The median age is pretty high. Yeah. And it's very easy. Yeah. And I like to see it. Thank you. I just know that, right? There's a whole here that seems the same shape. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I think myself 3 years I let her know every time. I was like, I remember your dad. I know it came from you. Absolutely. It's never
Heritage Night is focusing every single cultural now, it's been 2 years since pandemic I'm doing it. Focusing over I think what happens to me when I listen to the same thing, you might say this on it. It's going to happen to you when you're with yeah. You're going to realize like how it could be and you're
Not so many.
I'll do a poem.
Yeah.
Throw one in there.
I do like it right as well as the university.
Okay, lovely people. We're going to kick off with the open mic now in a second. If you'd like to have your seats, finish off the conversations. All right. Okay, we're going to get started now, guys. So I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to do a poem now, actually. I'm going to do one just to start things off, and then you will take over and outshine me completely. So before I start, montrez-moi vos mains si vous parlez français. Oui, un, deux. Quelqu'un? Non? Une autre personne? Oui? Est-ce que vous jouez au Duolingo? Ah oui?
No.
Parfait. Perfect. So this is my poem about like learning French and what it was like, and learned it a bit in school, Came back to it when I was about 30, and here we go. My French is an unfinished flat pack, neglected at the back of the attic. An armoire with doors that won't open. My old French teacher, trapped inside, slips meaningless notes through the door. Où est la piscine? Excusez-moi, est-ce que vous savez où est un bon restaurant parisien? Maintenant, je dois partir parce que ma grand-mère est flambée. I won't even translate that. I've misplaced the bag of conjugations and frequently spill transvestite milk under a bowl of cereal. I confuse bar staff by asking for a pint of butter. Quand je parle en français, je me sens comme une autre personne. Quand je fais de l'espionnage avec cette autre langue. I bet I bombard anyone who will listen to mes nouveaux mots. Quand j'achète un burrito chez Boujou, je dis la serveuse, je sais que le guacamole n'est pas compris. Quand j'essaie d'acheter un hot chicken roll chez Centra, elle me dit que they were out of bread. J'ai répondu comme Marie-Antoinette. Vous n'avez pas de pain? Vous pouvez manger de la brioche. C'est vrai, j'ai commencé d'apprendre le français pour l'amour. The truth is, I learned French to have sex with existentialists. Un bon ménage à quatre, avec Camus, de Beauvoir et Jean-Paul Sartre. In the darkness, Sartre will whisper, hell is other people, except when I'm with you. Et après, nous nous couchons sous le ciel noir, sans étoiles au espoir. Nous faisons des beaux cauchemars ensemble. As we awake to the indifferent light of day, I feel one of Sartre's lazy eyes on me, the other still searching for meaning. Little by little, my French teacher is escaping the armoire. She's decorated the attic of my mind like it's Bastille Day. Serge Gainsbourg sings inside of me like a Bluetooth speaker. Je peux dire anticonstitutionnellement, inébranlablement. As the words flow, I feel fireworks of bleu, blanc et rouge. Merci. Merci. I'm here all night. Okay, so up next, so the first person on the open mic list is Imasha. A round of applause.
What? Hello. My name's Amasha. This is my first ever Ovale. Thank you. There's this conspiracy going on in my mind that every single time Ovale's held, I'm always working the late shift at work. So anytime someone's like, "Oh, Ovale's happening on this Monday night," I'm like, I'm actually working till 11 o'clock, like, so I actually can't go. And this has been going on for like 7 months. So I'm glad that I'm here finally. So it was fantastic to hear everyone today, and fantastic to see everyone. So I write a lot about decolonization, being an immigrant. If you can't tell, I moved to Ireland only 5 years ago, but I have the thickest Cork accent. Yes, I do. But I write about being an immigrant, decolonization, and intergenerational trauma. And today I'm going to share with you a poem that I was like, I need to say tonight after Anna D said a poem about capitalism and neoliberalism and fascists. And This is about this growing rise of anti-immigrant sentiment that is present in Ireland that is terrifying. And this is about what I feel about it, what a few people that I know feel about it. So, yeah. You do not belong here. This land where you are residing, we are full, you're not one of us. I can hear their screaming. It's so loud. All the bones that hide under my skin wants to shatter at the shrills and screams of people who create the fear of not belonging and on wanting us to live on this land. You're not one of us. Where are you from? Where you're really from, not Irish, really go back to where you came from. My lungs expand, my head falls low. I am so tired. Tired of hearing the same words over and over again, phrases that echoes through every second person that crosses my path. Does it mean nothing that I joined a society that wants to emigrate it to lands far, far away from their home? Every day I wake up, I'm told you do no longer belong here. Do I pack up my things into the 2 suitcases I moved here with my entire life of 5 years? To 2 plastic boxes on wheels and leave? Where do I go from here? Back home to my mother or to a completely new landscape far away from here? Do I stay here and continue? Keep my head down, look the other way when they call my name. Echo the silence that I want to see. Or do I stay and fight? I'm tired. I'm so tired. I want the fighting to stop. I want the names to stop. I want to be able to let my lungs not be afraid to breathe, to not look over my shoulder as I walk home from work. When will it end, this hatred towards people like me? People who want to keep working and contributing and falling in love with the country they now call their home. Will it end this feeling of misery? Do I know when I can finally breathe? Thank you.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much, Amasha. Really, really good. Okay, up next we have Antonio Di Mare, isn't it? Di Mare. Of the sea, isn't it?
Hi. Thanks again to the beautiful poems from Anna and Farah. Really amazing, wonderful poems who truly have inspired, I think, many of us tonight. My poem is entitled Persephone's Forgiveness. Giving just a little bit of context, Persephone in the ancient Greek was the wife of Hades, the queen of the underworld. And this poem, I think, talks about the world of the underground. If you would have to die now, how would you like to die? Scrolling the fingers on the next story on Instagram. If you could have the privilege of saving a life now, how would you do that? By editing the photo before posting it on TikTok. In the name of the Father and the Son will kill you right now. But before doing that, please let me give a voice to my demons. They won't care of any algorithm. Angry and bored, bored and silent, silent and guilty. Call your ghosts by their names. Take their end to end. Bring them down to the underworld and ask for Persephone's forgiveness. How much desire for life can fill a soldier before shooting? How little desire to live is there behind the rape? I am the law, I am the Holy Spirit, in every child murdered, in every single woman raped. There is no king in the no man's land, bombs and bodies, blood and apathy. How can this revolution be rebuilt? Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio. So up next, can we have the fabulous Sue Blue?
Thanks very much. Wow, what a moving event it's been. Thanks, Anna. Again, it's been a stunner for me. I brought a poem that reflects on when you migrate, what happens to language. Words in exile. How can the mind wrap around language when words are missing their roots? Hues of history imbue the helix of genes, generations steeped in meanings deep, nuances known to every cell in the body. The lexical gap between mother tongue and the new betrays the poet in exile. Expressions cannot find their belonging, oblivious to the tortured tinge of time, memory shallow, subtleties non-existent. Inspiration calls in images never spoken, left behind a world defined by connotations. The foreign mind finds its home in silence, with no command over smithing the metaphor or twisting the wisdom of proverbs to vision. Between the languages, a space expands so vast, unimaginable to the untraveled rambler. Migrating, we become a persona unknown to the trusted origins we abandoned in the past. Our words, a mirror of floating clouds, nebulae of mysteries yet to uncover as we coil our lives into the helix of a new place.
Lovely, thank you, Sue. Just to FYI, there's not very many names in the list, so if you wanted to go on, just give me a wink or come up to me. But okay, the next poet on the list is Philip Spillane.
Thank you very much. Short announcement. I'm doing a gig in 2 weeks' time in Moorings on the 13th of October. We have Simsha, beautiful. Well, I found out she's a witch, so I'm going to say she's a witch. And I pretend to be a druid, so I'm a druid. And we're both going to play some lovely tunes. It's going to be so called Soft Chords. And we're not going to really advertise it, but I'm going to say it here, there might be an open mic at the end as well. So if you want to come along and bring a guitar or bring some poetry, We love to hear it. We have a beautiful crowd here and we love to hear your words. 13th, thanks Patricia. The 13th of October, Maureen's at 2 o'clock. It's an afternoon gig. Thank you. I am on my way down the motorway, the highway and the low way. I haven't got much to say when I have a good song to play. Always the harder right ways, even the wrong way. I am on my way, be with you someday, somehow, some way. I haven't got much to say when you have a good song to play. Always the harder right ways, even the wrong way. I am on my way, might be the slow way, not the best way, but it's my way. Haven't got much to say when you have a good song to play. Always the harder right ways, even the wrong way. It's not your way, it's my way. It's not their way, it's my way. Not the best way, it's my way. Sinead.
Okay, and up next we have Patricia Walsh, please.
This is called Shock to the Pink. Shock to the pink, immeasurable disaster, nicely painted through a proper hue. Laughed at by choice, better affection, reading in stern example, hard application, misplaced commas declare itself mature. In these senior times, more just nonsense. Hitting to a purpose exalted to heaven. Ambling for the car park, loved out of measure. The rare forms prized, the obvious pains, stern discipline to any language delighted. Drinking coffee where none, or through functions, watching time. Literature condemns the innocent dispenser. Magnifying the Lord, true word indeed. Thinking of liberation like a cleaner whistle. Looking well out of uniform, a chance to taste. Growing up finally, the elusive Holy Grail. Arrogance from the downtrodden expounds. Excluded from parties through sheer fear. Leading exile from a prestigious slog. Overqualified for hardship, a genius's time. The bitch left unsaid, land is appropriate. Blackened name over solid phrase. Waiting for the sun, a holy exercise. The promise of explosion and further declaration. Study miracles, top knotted with favor. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Patricia. And up next, can we have Alexandra To, behind the bar.
So right now I'm in my last year of college doing Montessori education, and this month we had to pick our dissertation topic. So I chose the topic of the developmental consequences on parental separation in a child's life. So thinking about that topic, I kind of thought like, oh, that would kind of be like a nice poem to write. So the poem that I wrote ended up being written in two different parts, so it tells two different perspectives, but of siblings from the same family, one younger and one way older. So there's a bit of the level of language and understanding of the home situation is totally different because of the age gap between the two siblings. So this is called The Fractured Puzzle. I am the youngest, the family's little princess. My birthday cake showed 4 candles in July. Now it is September. I miss the summer. Everyone smiled more and Daddy was in the house every day. My little princess, I won't be around as often anymore, but remember how much your daddy loves you. He told me, a small bit after my birthday. I don't understand why I can't see him every day anymore. I stopped asking Mommy where Daddy is, because she always looks sad when I talk about him. My big sister is my best friend, but she doesn't play with me like she used to. I knock on her door, but she tells me she'll play with me another day. She is like Mommy. She smiles less and looks sadder. I heard someone cry and looked into the living room. Mommy was hugging her. She was saying sorry, but I don't know why. Big sister then said while still crying, why did he do it? Why? I couldn't hear anything else. They saw me and stopped talking. Were they talking about Daddy? I don't understand anything. I am the oldest, the family's kind angel. It is now May, and I turned 18 last week. I'm considered an adult now legally, but mentally, I felt like an adult for quite a long time. This family made me this way throughout the years. Days where I planned on meeting my friends, I had to cancel. I couldn't leave my little sister there while the house echoed from screaming battles. I held her close and played with her. She's too young to hear it all. I must protect her innocence for as long as I can. So I put up a mask whenever I was with her, pretending I was calm and happy, when all I could feel was anger and resentment towards Mom and Dad. I want the screaming battles to end. I can't take this anymore. I'm tired of being this family's anchor. I want change. It is now September. I often sit alone in my room, watching the rivulets on my window, thinking about how this home doesn't feel like a home no more. I want to change, even beg the earths and heavens for it. The screaming battle stopped. The house is quiet, too quiet that it's unsettling. Dad moved out after an ear-splitting battle with Mom. The memory, half a blur, visiting me in my nightmares. I can still hear the screams and the earthquake-like crashes of furnitures and plates, like it was yesterday and not 2 months ago. Mom took off sick holiday from work. Her physical presence is noticed, but mentally, she is torn from reality, surviving in her maladaptive daydreaming, ignoring her little princess as well as her kind angel. My little sister is confused, always watching the door, waiting for her daddy to step inside. I don't look for him, not after what he did. Will I ever forgive him for his disloyalty to Mom? She has flaws, but she didn't deserve this. Will he ever return, or will he just forget about us in time? I'm scared for the future of this family, where I must be the anchor once again. Can this puzzle still work with the missing piece? Thank you.
Gorgeous, thank you so much, Alexandra. Okay, up next we have Stefan.
So this one came to me quite a number of years ago and it stuck with me. And I haven't performed it for an audience before. So if you'll bear with me, this is Beauty in All Things. Dina Ushla. Beauty in all things. Derelict buildings have become monuments to our failure in stepping up to claim our sovereignty back. Too long have we accepted the status quo. Too long have we meekly stepped back from the pulpit and down off our soapboxes. Too long have we said it. It's fine. Could be worse. At least we're surviving. Surely they will eventually see the evil which they are perpetrating daily on a subdued and amnesic populace. No more. People of Corkig, people of Eru, people of the world, the time has come to awaken the tiger once again, to ignite the fire in our bellies that we have all carried since all a person could hold was grass. Untouched by the squalor surrounding them, they have watched from lofty towers as we starved. It could be justice to make them homeless,
to see how they fare in systems of control and manipulation when they have not the full coffers and comfortable living that years of corruption and greed have afforded them. Let them eat cake and wear the same clothes day in and out. Let them slave a job not having a home to call their own, where we clothe their children and send them away to a better tomorrow. Let us do then as they do now and sit, staring at the dimming light of the future, as though it were the immersion left on for long, while we forgot the cost of our greed and mindless consumerism. The scorching heat of the sun is one thing, but let them tremble in the cold light of a winter morning as they emerge from doorways, alleyways, tents and ancient squats. But lo, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and with that light we see a window into our past. Once we all were sovereign and free. Let us rise again as one island and offer the olive branch to the jewel of our island. Let it be like the fresh stout off of which we offer them the cream of the top to quench the terror and hardships that they have known since the plantations, and then let us breed them out. Too soon? I think not. Not soon enough. Our day has come. Our day is now, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, until it is finished. May God and Gaia bless us all. The day of hope, healing, and truth is at hand. Let us rejoice and embrace each other once again in acknowledgement of our kinship, even those who must fall so we may rise as one. They work here, but we built this empire on our backs. Let us stand together and regard our handiwork and put our servants to work. Peace and plenty for all.
Thank you, Stefan, for Mila Moffat. So I mentioned a little earlier that there isn't very many names on the mic, so did anyone have a think if they would like to share a poem? Oh, no, it's just one per person. So, are you Zizao? Yeah, okay. I just wanted to check if there's anyone else. But Zizao, please, everyone. A big round of applause.
Hello, my name is Zizou. Actually, I'm a Chinese, and I came to Cork as a visiting student. Actually, I haven't got in touch with English poetry so much. But my connection with poem are all through music. Today I will share a poem I knew from my favorite musician, Rachel Sakamoto. Yeah, it's called The First Light, and it's wrote by Arseny Tarkovsky. And this I dreamed, and this I dream, and sometime this I will dream again, and all will be repeated, all be re-embodied. You will dream everything I have dreamed, in dream. To one side from ourselves, to one side from the world. Wave follows wave to break on the shore. On each wave is a star, a person, a bird. Dreams, reality, death, on wave after wave. No need for a date, I was, I am, and I will be. Life is a wonder of wonders, and to wonder I dedicate myself on my knees like an orphan, alone among mirrors, fenced in by reflections, cities and seas iridescent, intensified. A mother in tears takes a child on her lap. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Zee. Okay, did anyone else want to read or no? Okay, I think so. Look, we've had a fabulous night. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in the 5 words, to our fabulous guest poets, Anna D. Our other guest forward, sorry. So Farah, Chamma, right? And to everyone who was on the open mic, all fabulous. Thank you so much, Paul, for keeping all of this together. So the night is young. If you wanted to join us, we usually go over to the mains for a drink afterwards. So thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of Culture Night, and thank you all. All right.